Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do some fun stuff. So we're gonna play in some makeup today, and we are going to be featuring Esum. So I'm really excited about trying their new brushes. They seem to be over 6 of their remastered brushes. So I'll do my little unboxing here so you guys can see how the package came, and individually what each which brush was sent to me. So out of the 12, I was sent 6, and we are going to create a little makeup look. But first of all, I kind of want to give you guys an idea of what their brushes looked like prior to. But before we get into it, can we get into these eyeglasses? Can y'all get with these? I think they're so cute. So yes, these are my new glasses. And no, they're just for reading, but still, I really needed some prescription glasses. So, but yeah. So these, I had a couple of Esum brushes prior to the remastered ones, and honestly I love them. I love their brushes, but I love all of Esum's products. So these are their old brushes. So you know they have the nice gray handles, very nice long handles, which I love. This is a flat definer, more of a fluffy blender, and then their lip brush. So they totally changed from this concept here, and these are the new ones. They're gorgeous. So these are their new brushes. So the difference that I can see is obviously the handle. The handle size is a little shorter, which I'm not mad at, but it's a little shorter. The color change is the biggest difference to me. So we have this nice, sleek, glossy handle. It's not black, it's like a dark gray. It's beautiful. So it's nice and glossy. It has the Esum embossed on the ferrule right there. And the brush heads are super, super soft. So I will go through each of the brushes, use them for different parts of my face, makeup application, so you guys can see how they work. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off first. You know, it never fails when I do anything makeup related, hair related. I always forget to do something to my hands. My hands stay dry, and yeah, it is what it is. So I'm using my City Beauty Restoring Hand Treatment Cream to try not to look so crusty. If you guys get a close-up of my fingers and my hands, so it is what it is. And then also I'm going to do a little bit of lip therapy with my line therapy from City Beauty, and pat that in. And then I like to use just a tiny bit of the night oil. Okay, so I've already washed my face, added my essence, my rougher essence. I love that stuff. I love their skincare. And then, you know, applied all of my serums and my moisturizer and my SPF. So we are basically ready to go. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Milk Hydro Grip. I'll go from there. So I kind of focus my primers in this area where my pores are larger. So just in those areas. And I'm just gonna let that, you know, just kind of sit for a minute. Okay guys, so next I'm gonna go ahead and do just a little bit of color correcting. I picked up a lot of these because they stopped selling them, I think. But it's their Prep and Prime. It's Peach Nectar, I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry, it's Peach Luster. I haven't been wearing, I guess the products that I use, they are not extremely heavy. I love using the MAC, the Studio Radiance Face and Body. It's pretty sheer, it's buildable, but I only use like one layer just to even the complexion. It's really lightweight and I like that. It just comes through the little brush. And I'll just go in and hit the areas around my mouth because that's where I'm the darkest. And a little under the eye. And I have to go kind of quick with this because it dries pretty fast. So I'm going to use this, their medium angled brush, because it's good for powders or creams. And I like that nice angled tip there. The bristles are very soft, and the white bristles on the top, you know, it does all of the work for you. So a lot of the product isn't going to soak into the brush. So it will blend it really easily. So let's go ahead and get this in before it dries on me, because it will in a heartbeat. So we're just gonna press that in. And I'm just doing really light strokes around the mouth area just to lighten it up, because I have that discoloration around the mouth. And then blend that out around the eye area. And then I'll go in with my little sponge and just press that in. So I'll go here and just press, press, press. And just taking a really, really light hand when you do this, just very lightly. Okay, so I'm gonna take my face and body, and I'm gonna blend the two. Take just a tiny bit on my palette. That's probably too much. And that was number 7. And you just shake these up really well, just so they'll blend. And then I'm just gonna take a dab of number 8. So there's my mixture. There's the color there. So we're gonna use our foundation brush. This is Esum's foundation brush. All right, so this particular brush, it's a medium head foundation brush. So kind of want to give you guys an idea of, you know, the size of the brush head. These bristles are Taclon fibers, and basically it will smooth out your foundation, and it's supposed to give you an effortless application. What I'm going to do first, though, what I've normally been doing here lately, is taking a little bit of my setting spray, and I'll spray my brush, just, you know, a spray or two, and then I'm just going to go right into the product. See, it picks up the product, like it does not soak into the brush, which I think is absolutely wonderful. So we're just gonna go in, apply that. It just applies so nicely. Look at that. Perfect. I'm not looking for, you know, any kind of heavy coverage. I'm just looking for something to just, you know, even out the complexion. That's all I really want. It's super soft, and look at that. So you don't have to worry about it soaking into your makeup brush. That right there is a sign of an amazing brush. And I still have some on the actual palette. Okay, next I'm gonna use my NARS cream, and I think these are called like Creamy Radiance or something like that. But it's the, it's the NARS. They're concealers, Almond Caramel. So I normally go with Almond just for the base of my concealer, and I'd add just a dab of the caramel just for a little bit of highlight. I'm gonna take a dab here. So I'm going to take a little bit of my contour, which is Black Opal, I believe this one is. It's Black Walnut. And I'll just take a little bit on the brush. And we're just going to follow that area here, sort of like right there. Kind of see that hollow cheek, and the same here. Just put that there, you know, just a little more depth around that area. And take this and go along the nose. You know, I don't think that, you know, makeup needs to be absolutely perfect. It just varies with each person. It depends on what you like. If you like it, then it's good. So, and then we'll go here. And that's it. Using our foundation brush, and we're gonna blend all of that in that we did with our contour. I'm gonna brush that into the neck area. And then I'm just gonna brush that up. And then just go around, you know, that whole perimeter area. Just go around, brushing it up, buff it in, make sure it's blended, you know, just that you don't have any areas that still have, you know, the full marking. You just want to make sure that you buff it in really well. And I have a little bit of a liquid blush. Gosh, this stuff is so pigmented, and it only really takes a dab. So I'll do a dab there and dab, and that's probably too much. And I usually just do a dab on my nose. This one is e.l.f. and I don't know the color, but I'll leave everything down in the description box for you guys. But that's their blush. I think it's very pretty, and we're just going to use the little brush that I use for color correcting, and I'm going to go in and get that contour there. And the blush, I'm just gonna wipe it along the sides. Wash this really quickly just to get that off, and just took a dry cloth and dried it, so I can still use that. So I have a fresh brush. It only took me a couple of seconds, which I think is really cool. So there's this. I'm gonna take a little bit of my setting spray. Blend around there. Just to blend out the edges. Okay, so, oh, oops. I want to go ahead and set the powder under eye. So I'm going to use their finishing brush. So this is not vegan. It's a 100% goat hair, and it is supposed to be really well with powders. So targeting certain areas. So we're going to use it for applying the powder under eye. Love it. That is great. It is very specific. I mean, it goes right in, applies product perfectly. And then we'll go here, set that area. I love that. And you know, and it tucks perfectly right under the eye. And I'm just using a little bit of MAC's. This is Dark Deep, their Mineralized Skin Finish. And I just go right in there where where I've highlighted, just to try to blend those two together. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my Milani, my brush, and this is the soft highlighter brush, and we're going to use this just to add a little bit of color to the cheeks. That's what I'm going to use this for. I'm not going to use a highlighter because my blush has little specks of gold in it. You know, the gold is all throughout the blush, so I'm going to just apply that. And just dab that onto the top of my cheek. Up into that C area. And then just blend that out. And then I'll go over the nose area, right at the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the eye area, apply my mascara, and I'll come back with the finished look. Okay guys, here's the final look. All right, so I know I'm wearing these bangs, but I'm gonna flip those over to the side so you guys can see this makeup application. I love this particular makeup look because it has, for me, such a natural look. It's not, you know, that full beat, but I think it's just enough that it's nice and light and just a very nice, pretty look. So again, using all of the amazing brushes from Esum. We have the T47, which is their angled foundation brush, G30, which is their finishing brush, and I use that for under eye, for applying the powder for my concealer. We have the V29. This one is so multi-purpose. I love this. This is their medium angled shadow brush. And this particular one I use to blend out my corrector around this part of my face here, under eye, and anywhere else that you would put your corrector. I also used it to apply my concealer underneath. I did a quick wash of this brush just to remove the corrector. It washes beautifully, and also it was such a quick dry that I could use it immediately. V27, which is the small angled shadow brush. I use this one for my contour. I used it just to apply in the areas where I wanted to add a little bit more dimension. I also blended out my nose contour and brought it all the way up into right underneath, right at the brow bone. And then last, I used their highlighter brush. This is their G53. I used this one to apply my blush because my blush did have a nice little gold flecks in it that you could use as blush / highlighter. So these are all of the brushes that I used from the Esum's Remastered collection. Beautiful brushes, amazing application. So if you guys are interested, I will leave all of the information for these brushes in the description box. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.